What's going on, everybody? I have right here a special surprise that showed up on my doorstep. It's the PlayStation 5. Let's unbox it. Let's see what the controller feels like. Let's see what the hardware looks like. And then maybe I can compare it to Xbox Series X. Let's just dive right in. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, you're a big boy. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's put that down here. Nice little PlayStation logo, very nice. Okay. Let's see what we got. More boxes. It's in here somewhere. Okay. That's the DualShock power cord. Literature. More of a box. We have a USB-C, the stand, an HDMI cable, very good. We will need all of those things. And here's the big boy. Here he comes. Oh, there he is. No styrofoam or stuff like that. That's nice to see. Okay. Here he is. Just move this aside a little bit. And here it is, ladies and gents. Whoa. The PlayStation 5. Oops, sorry, dog. Wow, check it out. PlayStation 5, huh? Not as heavy as I thought it would be. A little, as big as I thought it would be. The white, maybe it's just my lighting here, but the white sort of plastic covering looks a little gray, right? It looks a little gray almost. And looks like it's just like, you know, a robot in a tuxedo, that's all. Here's a little close-up of the controller. My first time ever holding this controller, which is exciting for me. It's nice. It definitely feels, you know, reminiscent of the DualShock 4, but its own sort of different take on that. There's definitely a more pronounced grip on it, so there's a lot more to hold on to. There you have it. Your DualSense controller, the PlayStation 5. You know what, let's open up that stand, because this thing can't stand on its own. It needs a fancy plastic accessory for that. This seems complicated. Let's see. Oh, I think this is only for the bottom, when you put it on its side, when it does like a little side set. Here, take bets on how long it's gonna take me to figure this out. I have no idea how to do this. Oh, was that it? I did it. There you have it. Looks like a airport terminal from the future, doesn't it? All right, let's compare this to what Xbox Series X looks like. Let's check out the controller side by side. It's gonna be really exciting. Look at this. The next generation of consoles right here, right in front of me, and I can't play them. I just have to show you what they look like, side by side. PlayStation 5, standing tall, like some weird reverse ice cream sandwich. Xbox Series X, looking a little smaller compared to this one over here, which is kind of interesting because a lot of people were making fun of this looking like a mini fridge. Controllers side by side. Look at that. Very nice. I think they're both great. Holding on to both of them, they're much more different than they were last generation. There's a larger sort of disparity between them, which I think is interesting. Let's do these side by side on their side. So with the PlayStation 5, you gotta take the stand and you gotta adjust to the side like that. This already feels sort of silly. I mean, you're not gonna be doing this a lot. You probably only have to do it once, so what's the big deal? But it's got like little teeth it has to catch on, and then you just sort of lay it on there. It's a bit, it's not complicated, it's a thing, it's a bit of a thing. And it kind of can slide to a little bit. I don't know if I have it in the right spot, but watch this. For the Series X, to put this on its side, it's just and there you go, you did it. It's got little rubby feet on the bottom, and it's fine. So weight-wise, I could put these on a scale, but I'm just gonna go with my gut here. Let's see, weight-wise, they're kind of the same. So, you know, do with that information what you will. I just love seeing these two together at last. Isn't that great? Let's compare what the controllers feel like side by side, and let's do it. Here we have the DualSense for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X controller. I gotta say, I've been playing with this one for about a month, and there is a certain amount of grip that this controller really gives you that I really, really like. This will sound weird, it's almost like a more kind of intimate experience with this thing. I truly believe this is probably the best controller Xbox has ever made. Adding the share button is a no-brainer, but nevertheless a welcome addition. So yeah, I really have been digging my time with this. First time I'm really ever getting my hands on a DualSense, and I gotta say, they really do feel tangibly different in a way that didn't really happen last generation. I felt like interchanging between, you know, an Xbox One controller and a PS4 controller, the DualShock 4, not a big disparity. These two feel very different in my opinion. The DualSense is broad and it kind of forces your hands to open up a little bit, where the Series X does not. Again, this isn't good or bad, I'm just saying what the difference is. You know, seems like there's good access to the menu and share buttons. Obviously, psyched to see a USB-C on this thing. The grips are long. They're longer than they definitely were on the DualShock 4, at least they feel that way. Buttons all feel kind of the same. D-pad might be a little tiny bit mushier than the DualShock 4. I'm gonna get a DualShock. We'll put these side by side and really be able to tell you the difference. All right, so here is the DualShock 4 from the PS4, the DualSense from PlayStation 5. The grip on that DualSense, definitely longer. There's something to it. There's something a little different. I do think it has a wider kind of grip to it compared to the Xbox controller, but it definitely feels different. Again, not bad, just different. The D-pad buttons feel a tiny bit different. These are sort of coated in almost like a clear plastic, and these are not. And I mean, I can't do a blind test, but they do feel a tiny bit different, maybe a tiny bit mushier. We'll see how it shakes out when we start to really play with this thing, but I really like the design of the sticks. These have a bit of a sort of textured grip on them as opposed to the DualShock 4, which is just plain old rubber coated. You know, whenever you can add a texture to something, to me that's a premium, that's a plus. Looks like the triggers do have that raised lip, like they both you know, give you something to grab on, so that's pretty cool. The trackpad is a little bigger on the DualSense as well, so a little bit more real estate to work with, so that's interesting. And yeah, there you have it, side by side. DualShock 4, DualSense. I hope that gives you a bit of insight of what it's gonna be like playing with this new one. I can't really say much more until I start playing with this thing. So I'm gonna stop talking to you, and I'm gonna go play PS5. Let me know what you wanna know for the review that's gonna be coming out at a later date, let's just say. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go start playing this thing, and I will see you next time.